Imagine stepping outside on a bright, sunny day and suddenly not seeing the sun. The sky has gone pitch black, but for a terrifying moment you feel nothing. In fact, for those first 8 minutes and 20 seconds, everything looks and feels completely normal. Light and gravity both race at the speed of light, so Earth won't know the sun is gone until its final light and pull reach us. That 8-minute countdown is a cruel cosmic illusion. The last rays of sunlight slip away. It's a form of suspense no movie can match. The world seems unchanged, birds still fly, a gentle breeze still blows, and the sun's warmth still warms your face. You might even joke that it's as bright as ever, not realizing it's already over. For those 8 minutes, Earth is literally oblivious to its fate. In space, the sun has already vanished. On Earth, everything behaves as if nothing happened. For a full 8 minutes and about 20 seconds after the sun vanishes, your world would not immediately crash or burst into flames. Clocks keep ticking, the sky remains bright, and the day feels ordinary. You might even finish your morning coffee before noticing the difference. Scientists at the National Radio Astronomy Observatory explain that gravity itself travels at the same speed as light, so Earth keeps orbiting, held by an invisible yet still effective gravitational pull. Think about it. You're literally viewing the past. The light you see was emitted 8 minutes ago. By the time it vanishes, the sun is long gone. It's as if the universe hit pause. Birds might still chirp and people would act as if nothing happened until suddenly the show turns off. What's the first sign of doom? Suddenly, everything changes. At exactly 8 minutes and 20 seconds, Earth's orbit goes straight and the lights go out. Our planet would spring outward in a straight line at about 30 kilometers per second, 67,000 miles per hour. Imagine throwing a ball on a string and letting go. That's Earth's fate. It would hurtle toward the distant stars, a rogue planet set adrift. At that moment, immediate darkness falls. The sky goes utterly black. The sun is gone for good. For a fleeting instant, the only light would come from distant stars and city lights still powered by generators. Our artificial lights would offer a last, eerie twilight. You might look up and see Orion or the Milky Way blazing overhead, but the comfort of sunlight has vanished for eternity. Once sunlight ends, cold begins to creep in. With no solar warmth, temperatures plummet alarmingly fast. Within hours, the world chills. Within days, a deep freeze sets in. Experts calculate that after just 1 week, the global average temperature would crash to about 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Deadly cold if you live anywhere warm. Some models even suggest it could drop to minus 18 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, in a week. For perspective, Earth's normal average is around 15 degrees Celsius, so we'd effectively go from a comfortable summer day to an ice age in no time. Night after night, the Arctic and high latitudes get frigid first, and snow begins falling on every continent. Within 2 months, the surface of the oceans would start to freeze. Picture the Pacific and Atlantic slowly solidifying under a black sky. If you could see Earth from space, it would turn into a pale blue dot swallowed by white ice. By the end of the first year, Earth would be a true ice world. Scientists project that global temperatures would reach roughly minus 73 degrees Celsius, minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit. At those frigid extremes, the air itself starts to liquefy and snow out. Carbon dioxide and other gases condense, falling to the ground as frost. The very atmosphere begins to collapse. With no sun, weather stops. Winds die down as heat currents vanish. The sky clears as clouds freeze and dissipate. Eventually, cosmic rays and space radiation previously blocked by our atmosphere would start bombarding the ground. Earth becomes a frozen tomb, silent and still, an endless winter with no end. We should emphasize, This is real science, not fantasy. Experts confirm the timeline. Within days or weeks, survival outside is impossible. Within months, oceans freeze. Within a year, nearly everything living on the surface is gone. In fact, Alistair Gunn at Science Focus points out that people would be long dead, having frozen to death within weeks. Every credible source paints the same harrowing picture. Minute by minute after the countdown. 0 to 8 minutes. Everything looks and feels normal. You still see the sun and feel its warmth. Earth orbits as usual. 8 minutes. The sun blinks out. Daylight and gravity vanish together. Earth shoots off into space at 30 kilometers per second. Hours. Total darkness. City lights briefly glow. Planets like Jupiter still reflect sunlight. Days. The deep freeze begins. Temperatures plunge below freezing. Most plants die without light. 1 week. Average surface 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Crops fail. Animals collapse. 2 months. Oceans start to ice over. Continents draped in snow. 1 year. Earth is an ice-covered wasteland, minus 100 degrees Celsius everywhere. Thousands of years. Atmosphere essentially gone. Cosmic rays pouring in. Earth floats cold and dead. What about life? On land and in surface seas, almost nothing survives. Without sunlight, photosynthesis stops instantly. Every plant starves and dies within days. Herbivores and carnivores follow in weeks. Humans would freeze or suffocate soon after that. Deep in the oceans, however, life could persist. Hydrothermal vents on the seafloor emit heat and chemicals that support entire ecosystems without sunlight. Creatures like giant tube worms, shrimp, and microbes thrive there today. In our nightmare scenario, these vent communities might be the only ones surviving for billions of years. Business Insider notes, these animals don't need the sun to live. They would continue surviving for billions of years. Could humans find shelter there? In theory, a few might try. An underwater base near a hot vent, or a deep earth bunker tapping geothermal energy could offer warmth for a time. But even those are desperate gambles. Imagine the last survivors burning every fuel they can, huddling around vents, knowing it won't last forever. Without sunlight, no one can grow food. Even stored crops would run out. Humanity's last stand would be grim and short. Within a couple of years, the Earth's surface is silent, with only microbes clinging to life in the dark abyss. Without the sun, Earth becomes a lone wanderer. Our planet would continue moving in a straight line at about 67,000 miles per hour. Business Insider calculates that at that speed, Earth would take roughly 43,000 years to reach the nearest star, Alpha Centauri. After 1 billion years, Earth would have traveled 100,000 light-years, the length of the Milky Way galaxy. Would we collide with anything? The odds are slim. Earth might drift for eons until a distant star or even a black hole pulls it in. It would truly be Earth's lonely journey across the cosmos. Astronomers even note our frozen world becomes an ice ball Earth, similar to Jupiter's icy moons. Perhaps long after human memory, some alien explorer will find a cold planet in the void and wonder what happened to the missing sun. All of these outcomes come from solid science. Relativity and astrophysics dictate this fate. There's no hand-waving. Experts have done the math. For instance, NRAO clarifies that light and gravity take 8 minutes to reach us. Discovery and other sources walk through each step of this harrowing sequence. Summary: if the sun disappeared, Earth would orbit on for 8 minutes, then everything would collapse into darkness and ice. Humanity's world would become a drifting, frozen relic of what once was. If this mind-bending journey captured your imagination, please like the video and subscribe for more cosmic mysteries. Drop a comment below. What would you do with an 8-minute countdown to darkness? I read and reply to every comment, so share your thoughts or survival plans. Thanks for watching, and keep looking up. The universe still has plenty of secrets to reveal.